So piggybacking off of that, I think we understand that Gotham is like this thing for governments. It's like, all right, government uses Gotham, they get more intelligent decisions. Foundry is this thing for businesses, which we've all been conditioned to understand is this modern operating system for the enterprise. What the hell is Apollo?
I love that question, dude. That was epic. So Apollo is like this single pane of glass under which you can manage deploying all of those models you built in Foundry or Gotham to all of the edge locations throughout the world, whether that is satellites or oil rigs or edge networks like cellular networks or cloud providers or whoever. It's the central system that allows you to manage all of the complexity related to that, monitor what's going on, specify the rules in which these new versions of the model will make their way out to the deployment targets. And it lets you do it in a really fine-grained way. Like what's interesting is like Netflix just published an article about the way they're approaching doing canary deployments to smart TVs. And a canary deployment is just a way in which you send a new version of the software out to a handful of places and monitor how it does before you send it to everyone. Just think of it that way.
Right.
And Netflix just put out an article of all the machinery they're building to power that. Well, Apollo could power that out of the box. Right? So they're way, way ahead of the game with Apollo. Like it's crazy.
The way I understood Apollo when I was doing research on it is kind of what you said. It's like companies can use it to ship over the air software updates or sort of instantaneously from multiple elements of parts of the company that are working on the software. So you're saying a company like Netflix theoretically doesn't have to build their own machinery for it. They could just use Apollo and then software updates to smart TVs happen overnight.
And Apollo is completely agnostic as to the software you deploy on it. So that's the other crazy thing about it is like they use it to deploy Foundry in Gotham, but like you could use it to deploy anything, any model, any software, anywhere. And they came up with this really innovative way using a version of control to decentralize. This is the common theme and everything that we're going to talk about, to decentralize all the logic about deployment from the build system out to all the deployment targets. And that was a really unique insight they had. And as a result, they were able to build a way better system than what we have today, which is crazy.
And to your to the knowledge that you have, you don't really see other companies building something like an Apollo at scale.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, people could try. I think the challenges they're going to have relate to, so like I can't talk about what's in Apollo. Let's just say they have like a really unique protocol of how this gets done, and you aren't just going to be able to invent that protocol out of whole cloth. Like it would take you a long time to figure out like what is the best process for doing this kind of a deployment. And again, remember, no one's doing this right now. There's only a handful of companies that even have this problem, although everyone's going to have it soon. And unless you've been doing it for a long time, you wouldn't know how to actually build a protocol that works, right, and deals with all of the issues that have to be resolved when this happens. It's like they have the benefit of baked in experience for 10 years doing it. So it's like there's also that, which is, so even if someone tried to use the same approach, it would take them forever to figure out the protocol that needs to be baked in there and the concepts that need to be put in there to actually manage this at scale and to deal with the problems that come up, because there's a whole set of problems that occur as you try to do this. And so, yeah, I think that it would be really hard for another company to come in and kind of emulate what they've done, even if they tried to take the same approach, for sure.